Good evening. How are you doing? My name is Joseph Ngugi. I am one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind. And Pre-PT Grind is a platform that helps pre-PT students like yourself get accepted into PT school without wasting time or money. And as I'm waiting for Casey Coleman to join me, Casey and I have been doing, we've been doing these pre-PT chat lives for over 2 years. And Judy, how are you doing? Good to see you. And we do this because there are a lot of Alexa, good to see you. There are a lot of topics that we're just seeing left and right from conversations we're having with pre-PTs or, pre-PTs that we're meeting in person, pre-PTs that we are coaching, pre-PTs that are reaching out to us. And we're like, man, pre-PTs are struggling with the same thing. We want to make sure that you guys are well taken care of. Aaron, how you doing? Brendan, how are you doing? Alexa, how you doing? Let me add Casey on. Hop on. No worries at all. What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, first of all, how you feeling, brother?
It's good. It's Friday, Junior. It's pre-Friday, so I'm feeling good. How about you?
Yes, yeah, I'm feeling really good, man. He said it's Friday Junior. Yo, I haven't
Almost
heard that one.
SSPT Live.
Yeah, true. So for those of y'all that don't know, next week there is a conference. We talked about it a few months ago. There is a conference going on in Clearwater, Florida, Smart Success PT Live. So
It's a party.
Casey, myself, 500 other pre-PTs, PT students, and physical therapists will be in Clearwater having a good time, and it'll be our first time speaking on a big stage like that. So we're super excited for it. But tonight, y'all, we have an important conversation to have. And this is critical to anybody that is applying now, anybody that is applying in 2020. If you just started following us and you're considering physical therapy, you're not even sure if you want to lock into it yet. Well, this is for you as well. And the topic tonight is getting into PT school is impossible with a low GPA, a rough GRE score, multiple rejections, and more until it's not. So let's talk about it. First of all, if you're joining us live right now, Andrika, oh, please tell me I'm not like butchering your name. Woo! Please tell me I'm not messing up your name, but great to have you here. If you guys are joining us live, please comment team
Dead.
live before, team live below so that we know that you guys are joining us here. But let's talk about it. So getting into PT school is impossible until it's not, right? Emily, how are you doing? And so why are we talking about this tonight? The biggest reason is I had two very in-depth conversation with two very in-depth conversations with two pre-PTs that I care very much about that I have been coaching um, yesterday and today. And these conversations were based off of the belief that they were not sure if this was going to be the path that would be for them. They are confident that they want to be PTs. They're confident that they're doing everything in their power, but for the most part, they've both been focusing on things that could possibly go wrong and assuming that everything will go wrong, assuming that this may not happen, assuming that they're going to have to potentially find a backup plan, even though they don't really have one. And so it kind of leads to a pretty quick spiral where you stop believing that it's even possible. And I spoke to both of them individually, but I was like, yo, this is a topic that is affecting so many pre-PTs that are so we've talked about, pulling the plug and everything, but understand that getting into PT school with whatever you are currently experiencing is impossible until it's not. What I mean by that is this. At some point, there was a student that was the first to get accepted with a 3.0 GPA. There was a student that was the first to get accepted after having started with a 2.5 GPA. We just talked about a student that got accepted, Ben Kim, with a 2.4 GPA. Like, at some point, somebody had to be the first, right? But the reason why they were the first is because they created belief for other people that were in a similar situation. So obviously, because Ben got into P with a low GPA, a lot of people were like, yo, Ben, like, how'd you do it? What'd you do? And so for once, people with low GPAs actually have belief that is possible. Non-traditional students. There was a belief that, you know what, Casey, maybe I have to go through like, undergrad and go all the way through. Like I can't really skip years because if I do, then bro, like I don't have the same academic expertise and flow as everybody else. They've been acclimated to tests and everything like that, so they're a lot better than I am until somebody did it. What we're talking about tonight is something that Casey and I were introduced to as the 4 minute mile. And some of y'all may have heard about this in some way, shape, or form, but our mentor, our coach, Greg Todd, actually talked to us about this. And it relates so much to what you are experiencing as pre-PTs. The 4 minute mile is obviously is a mile done in 4 minutes or less. And the very first person to do it was Roger Bannister in the 1950s. And before he did it, nobody obviously could do it. People had attempted it, gotten very close. Crazy thing though is once he did it, 30 plus people did it that following year. As of today, there are close to 1,400 males that have completed it, that have done a sub 4 minute mile. Actually, right now, the record is 3 minutes and 43 seconds. 3 minutes and 43 seconds, which means that somebody did a mile in 3 minutes and 43 seconds. But at some point before the 1950s, it was impossible to run a 4 minute mile. Casey, maybe a 5 minute mile was possible back then. Maybe a 6 minute mile was possible back then. But a 4 minute mile? Oh, heck no. So let's talk about it pertaining to pre-PTs. Right now, y'all, like you have to understand, like we don't do this for our own health. We love. Like today, we got 2 of our students into PT school. Y'all, that made my day. Like we love seeing y'all win. Yeah, you better get it. See, I don't even have my acceptance system shirt. So, but we love seeing y'all get in. But the honest truth is, I don't think some of y'all are willing to believe in yourself long enough to actually get yourselves there. Like today, yo, like straight up, like obviously, like Casey and I are both PTs. At my clinic, there was one lady that was there this afternoon, ACL tear, brilliant athlete, but ACL tear, and I can remember like we talked about this. Like Sharon, who's one of our acceptance system students, was actually talking to this patient, and we were like reflecting back on when the patient first started coming into PT and everything. And I was like, yo, do you remember the first few weeks you were here? And she's like, yeah. I was like, no. Do you remember the first few weeks? Like, I literally, like, I don't know why, but my memory is like crystal clear when it comes to the clinic. Like, I remember what patients were doing. I remember like the first time they walked with like full weight bearing, where they were standing. Like, it's weird. It's like a strange memory, something, I don't know. But anyway, I said, yo, do you actually remember the first time you walked with like full weight bearing? They're like, yeah. I was like, do you remember what happened? And she was like, yeah, like low key, Joseph, I didn't trust you. Like, I didn't know if you were like misleading me. And I was like, but I was right there. And they're like, yeah. And then you did it. It's like, cool. And then we're like, okay, do you remember the first time you finally got your knee to bend this far? And they're like, yeah. Do you remember the first time you got to do stairs for the first time? She's like, yeah. Like, I remember the first time I literally stopped sleeping on my couch and I got to go up my flight of stairs to where I was like, you remember all those things? Good. Honestly, did you ever have, and I asked her, I was like, did you have moments where you wanted to quit and not show up to PT? She's like, yeah. I was like, why? Y'all, this is crazy. Like, I was like, why? And she was like, honestly, like, I didn't think that there was a way to actually get me to where I was trying to go. What's up, Andrew? Like, I didn't think that there was anything, like, she's like, I didn't think that it was possible to get me back to running after an ACL tear. I didn't think it was possible to do all. And so because of that, she had moments where she got in her own head and created this belief, this false belief, that it was possibly not going to go wrong. And she almost gave up. But she said, you know what? Joseph seems to know what he's doing in his team. He's like, they got good music, so I'll go back. And she kept coming. And we were able to keep pushing her and motivating her and saying, yo, like you just, literally all I needed for her to do was to push long enough to finally start realizing how capable she was to get back to everything else. Like the stuff that she's doing right now in the clinic is straight bananas. Like at this point, she has absolutely no doubt that she'll be sprinting by the time she's done because of the training she's been going through. Because she's actually seen, she's like, yo, like she hasn't used crutches in a while. Like her balance is like amazing, back to like doing impact. But the honest truth is, had she not gotten herself this far, had she not held up long enough, had she not let the false beliefs and those moments, those dark moments get to her, had she not like pushed through that, there is no way in heck she gets to where she is today. And the honest truth is, her knee would have probably stiffened up. She would have probably had to go back to the orthopedic surgeon, that they would have had to put her under because it would have been too tight. They would have had to manipulate it and go. It would have been a mess. And here's the crazy part. As physical therapists, y'all will, when you guys are physical therapists, you will always, oh my gosh, I hope y'all understand this. You'll always win with time, which means that the longer you can allow people to hold on, the more you can inspire them to keep pushing without pulling the plug, without saying, hey, yo, I'm here for 2-3 visits and then I'm out, the better your results are. The more, really, the more you'll actually get them to their goal. But if we're going to be doing that as PTs, why can't we do that for ourselves as pre-PTs? As pre-PTs, y'all have to understand. Some of y'all are running 4-minute miles or attempting because you are the first person in your family to have this level of degree. Y'all got family members that have no clue the burden you're carrying. They have no idea. They don't know what you're experiencing. They don't know how to help you navigate through it. Yet they're the ones we're going to for advice. Some of y'all's advisors have no idea what this actually means to you. They don't know that you have testing anxiety when it comes to the GRE. They don't know that you feel pressure that's beyond just getting a good grade. It's representing something for your mom, for your dad, for your siblings, for your auntie, for the people that have invested in you. But the honest truth is, because of that, you may, man, oh my gosh, like if you're not around the right people, if you don't understand what you're actually doing, if you don't stay locked in on this goal and have people that are saying, yo, keep going, keep staying locked in. This is what you need to do. These are the steps you need to take. If you don't have that, then the honest truth is you may end up like getting in your own way. You may end up screwing this up for yourself. Not because you didn't have the capability to do it, not because your GPA was too low. You might tell yourself that because it's a lot easier to believe that. Not because your GPA was too low, not because you did not do well on the GRE after 5 attempts, not because you got rejected the last 2 cycles, because the honest truth is, you might not even, you don't even have to break those 4-minute miles. Somebody else has already broken them for you. I can tell you somebody that's gotten accepted this cycle after being rejected 2-3 years in a row. I can tell you someone right now that has literally like worked their tail off and done poorly on the GRE multiple times, still got into PT school. I can tell y'all people that have GPAs that were like, yo, we did a podcast episode. Casey, I don't know if you remember this. We did a podcast episode with somebody that said, like, after their freshman year of college, they had a 1.86 GPA. You remember that, Casey?
I do.
A 1.86 GPA. And yet we're still getting in our own way. Y'all, the game is in here. Now, y'all understand, y'all, I'm a basketball fan. So I'll talk sports all day, but with any successful endeavor, whether it's sports, whether it's business, whether it's applying to PT school, there's a certain point where you have to realize that the game is not just in your performance, it starts in here. You have to literally go in, say, yo, like, I'm not giving myself any excuse to lose. I'm not giving myself any backup plans. Yo, Sylvia, congratulations on getting accepted into PT school today.
Woo!
Let's freaking get it. Let's freaking get it, Sylvia. But the honest truth is, yo, Sylvia, hold up. Let me ask Sylvia. Sylvia, oh, this is good. This is about to be good. Sylvia, you ready? Sylvia, tell me, like, how many times do you remember, do you remember, like, getting in your head, like, real hard, Sylvia? Like y'all, Sylvia's part of, like, we know each other for a while. She's part of the acceptance system, and she just got accepted into PT school today. But Sylvia, like, real talk, I want you to be real with the people today. Like, do you remember, like, tell us, like, how low did you get mentally? Like, I already know what the answer is. I just want you to tell them, so I don't have to, give them the answer or do whatever. Like how,
and Andrew
like,
too. Andrew, answer that too.
Andrew as well. Andrew and Sylvia are 2 most recent accepted students into PT school. Like, talk to us. Like, in those, there we go, Sylvia. Said, oh man, too many times, man. Y'all, Sylvia, Casey and I both know because we were trying to have, like, we were here like, yo, Sylvia, listen. Like, we were trying to talk you off the ledge. Andrew, what about you, bro? What about you? Now, hold up. Let me ask another question. At those times, Sylvia, were there moments where you felt like you were the only one going through it? Andrew, were there moments where you felt like you were the only one that was going through that particular situation? It looked like, man, either everybody has got their act together, man, these people are getting accepted, these people are, wow, like, what about me? Like, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not meant to be. Like, Sylvia, you literally said in the post, you said, she's like, I got rejected by 6 schools 2 times. Like, yo, like, that will screw you up initially if you let it. Moments where you felt like you were the only one going through it. Now, Andrew, Sylvia, did it feel pretty darn good to get accepted into PT school today? Better yet, what would have happened if you pulled the plug? Those moments when y'all were trying to get on the phone with us. Those moments when you were both like getting in your own head, just like many other pre-PTs. What would have happened? Remember, today y'all got accepted. You felt what you felt today. What would have happened? What would have happened if y'all decided to pull the plug? Yo, so Sylvie said, I did because I felt myself because I was seeing everyone else, but not focused on my journey. Man, don't let it get to, oh, you better preach. And they were my partners in research and classmates, and I took classes with them. Y'all, these are the people you're seeing. Heck yeah, that's how I feel right now. You shouldn't even understand. I'm still speaking. Yo,
Man.
man, listen, what Sylvia called me. Y'all, straight up, Sylvia called me when I was treating patients. I don't pick up the phone when I'm with patients. So I see the call on my watch, and I'm like, holy crap. Like, the only reason Sylvia would give me a call. Like, if she got rejected, she would have texted me. Like, I told her this on the phone. I was like, yo, if she would have gotten rejected, she would have texted me. I get a call. I was like, oh, stop it. Stop it. I literally said, yo, Carly, like, she's one of the therapists. I was like, Carly, listen, Team Sharon, I'm about to step out real quick. Here's what's happening. Here's what I need this person to do. Cool. All right, cool. Y'all are good? Cool. They're like, great. I went into the room. I was like, yo, I called her back. I was like, Sylvia, listen. If this is what I think it is, stop playing. And she's like, yeah, like she's like beyond herself. She can't figure out what words to use. But I'm literally, y'all, like I'm going back and just like remembering every single conversation I had with her. I was remembering every single conversation I've had with Andrew. And I'm like, y'all, these cats could have given up so many times. So many freaking times. And they would have never had the opportunity to get to today. What's up, Sam? Yeah, Andrew, you should have called. You definitely should have called. Andrew said, I would regret it if I pulled the plug. It's mental. Y'all, it's in here.
Wow.
It's in here. If y'all can't get this straight, then there's a good chance you're the one stopping yourself from getting into PT school, not the programs, not your GPA, not your GRE score, none of that. If y'all literally, like when we say that y'all can get into PT school if you want to get in, I mean that. I straight up mean that. But you're going to have to start believing in yourself. You're going to have to start understanding that this is a mental game. Y'all, listen, one of the best books that I have read, y'all, because I have had my fair share of insecurities. I've had my fair share of anxiety attacks. I've had my fair share of frustrations. Y'all, Sylvia, you already know what I'll be telling you. The honest truth is, like, one of the best books that I read is Relentless, Tim Grover. Y'all, read that book. Relentless by Tim Grover. Like, y'all have to understand this game. Listen, like, you getting into PT school, you finishing PT school, you creating, y'all, what we have built, this pre-PT empire, pre-PT grind, this has been a mental game as well. Y'all have to understand, like, y'all, man, I'm just being transparent tonight. I know, like, now I'm about to go watch the Warriors, what Portland's behind. So the honest truth is this, like, this whole thing is a mental game. Y'all have no idea, like, how many, maybe some of y'all know, maybe some of y'all were the ones doubting. Like, y'all have no idea like how many people have hit us up, be like, yo, y'all are just some scam artists. Y'all are just some con artists. Y'all don't really care about pre-PTs getting into PT school. Y'all don't this. Y'all don't that. Y'all just trying to steal people's man. Y'all think I'd be doing live streams all the time if I didn't care? Y'all think we'd be doing podcast episodes if we didn't care? I mean, say what you want to say. I think a lot of times that's just a reflection of what you feel about yourself. But the honest truth
Ooh.
is, y'all, listen, I'm not playing tonight. I'm not playing tonight. But the honest truth is, this thing is a mental game too. We're literally like right now, we're literally trying to make sure that there as many pre-PTs that are willing to hold on long enough to get into PT school that are there, as many of them as are there, like we want them to have the opportunity to feel what Andrew and Sylvia felt today. And we already know that for some of them, unless they have someone literally there just saying, yo, like keep killing it, you better get it, Jimmy. Like keep pushing, like here's what to do. Here's what you got to do. Unless they had someone there, they would actually pull the plug. So you know what? I got to actually block out the people that are saying, yo, y'all are scam art, because I know what the real mission is. It's a mental game. But for you, it's a mental game too. You have to understand the game you're playing. You really do. And the honest truth is, y'all have to literally, you have to cut. Like, man, I know I'm being like super like aggressive tonight. Like, you literally have to like if this is like the connection between me and potentially not getting into PT school, you literally have to cut that solution out. It doesn't even exist. You have to cut out the idea that it's even possible for you to not get accepted into PT school. Honestly, so what if you don't get accepted this cycle? You don't pull the plug? Sylvia didn't get accepted the first time she applied. It's a mental game. If you're willing to understand that, if you're willing to lock yourself on, literally, like everything Casey and I are doing is so glued on the fact that we are going to completely transform how PTs get into PT school. So we don't literally see any like chance of failure. And that's why we just push so hard, regardless of what anybody says. We just go for it. Casey, right?
That's right.
That's how you have to think about it as a pre-PT. Anxiety, it's all there, man. I still get it. Like, shoot, I still have my anxiety attacks now. Like, let's just be real. But the honest truth is, it's a mental game. If y'all want it, it's right there for you. If you need guidance through it, hit us up. Like, go to contactfreeptgrind.com, join our acceptance system, whatever you need. But that's how we get you across the finish line. But if that's, man, that feeling of getting accepted to PT, words can't describe it. Casey remembers it. I remember it. Sylvia and Andrew are still feeling the remnants of it from today. But I want each and every one of you to feel it. I do. If this is what you really want to do, let's go get it. No options, no ifs, ands, or buts. And if you just joined this at the very end of this live stream, you're gonna have to watch this again. But Casey, man, what are your thoughts, bro? I'm sorry, I went on a tangent, but like straight up, man, I just need y'all to win. I need y'all to win, but so many of you are not even giving yourselves a chance. It's not even giving yourselves a chance to win. Casey, man, I don't know. You got it.
I don't even know if I should say anything else. I mean, that's
Man.
pretty much it. And what you've been saying is, and let me back up here just a little bit to the people who are like, oh, I just need the practical stuff. I just need the technical stuff. That motivation stuff is great. It's fine. That mental game, all right, cool. But, I can watch something else for that. But just give me what I need to know and I'll be good. I just need the technical stuff. Tell me exactly and I'm fine. However, if you're looking for that and the people who are giving you that, first of all, are they really any better than the advisors who you're going to now?
Ooh.
That have been telling you the wrong stuff now? Because they just been like, yeah, take this class again, do some more observation hours, do a better essay. Like are those people any better than the advisors that you've been listening to, giving you the results that you don't want? So that's, first of all, who says this motivation mental stuff doesn't matter, because that used to be me at one time. I was like, yeah, just give me the stuff. I just need to know exactly what to do. I can get through it, until I understood how powerful this was. And it's powerful because if you're not even giving yourself a chance, by putting this motivation in you, or, you know, putting yourself around the people who are giving you motivation, who are, you know, giving you the resources to tackle this mental game. Like Joseph was saying, you're not even giving yourself the chance to do all the technical, practical stuff that everybody says matters so much. If you don't have this motivation, if you don't have this fire, if you don't have this hype, if you don't have the drive, if you don't have the consistency, the discipline to even do the practical stuff, you can't even get in. Like if you're trying to retake classes and you don't even have the motivation or drive or the mental stamina to do it, if you hear us talking about some practical stuff, you're going to say, oh, no, that's too hard. Retake classes? Nah, I'm good. I can slide in with 2 C's, 3 C's. Then when you get smacked in the face and crying to us, you're like, oh, I don't know what happened, because you didn't even have this motivation to give yourself the chance to retake classes, to bump up your GPA, to do all the practical stuff. If you need to take the GRE again, you don't have the mental stamina or the motivation to do it. This practical stuff doesn't even matter. Like if you need to change your study habits, if you need to be an independent studier, if you need to practice the Pomodoro method and you're not even giving yourself the chance to even learn what that is, if you don't have the mental stamina to even put it into practice, to give it a chance to work, you're not gonna get in. Like you're just gonna fail and drop out within 2 weeks because you're not even ready for this. You're not even in the right game. You're not even playing the right game to put the practical, technical stuff into practice.
Yep.
So, like, what's really going on here? You have to give yourself the chance to even run the 4-minute mile. Like, you're not even a lot of y'all not even at the starting line to run the 4-minute mile, honestly. Like, like you see Ben Kim, you see Andrew, you see Sylvia, you see all them. Like they at least put themselves on the track. They at least put in the reps. They at least listen to people who can help them run that 4-minute mile. You have to put yourself in that environment, in that place, around the right people to even get there, to even start, to even think about running the 4-minute mile.
Yep.
So for those of you who are like, and I understand, trust me, because I was there. I was that student. I was that person. Like, yeah, I can get through. I can get by. I don't need, you know, all the mental stuff. And, you know, sometimes I can get by with it. Sometimes I can get by without it, depending on what it is. But if it's something this huge as your freaking career, like, let's just be honest here. This is not just getting into PT school. Like, this is your life, people. If you get into PT school, then you become a physical therapist, then you make money, then you guys know that huge picture. That's why you're freaking out so much. That's why you're so anxious. Because you're like, oh my gosh, I got to get in. If I don't get in, that pushes my life back another year. That pushes my money back another year. Oh my gosh. Like this, you guys know. If it's something this huge, why are you not playing a different game to get a different result? Like if it's just, you know, I need some tips on how to change my oil, like, okay, I get it. You don't need mental stuff for that, but this is your career, people. Like,
preach, bro.
This is our business. We're in the like Joseph said, we're in the mental game all day. The business calls we have with our coaches, like, they're not how to put in a Facebook ad and what button to click. That is not it. It's about what we're thinking. It's about the goals we're trying to set. It's about the big picture. That's what it is when it's something this serious. So if you're trying to be serious about this thing, then you need to do some serious things like Joseph just talked about. If not, then, you know, do whatever you want. But the people listening, the people following us, sounds like you guys are serious. So if you are, reach out to us, message us, join the accepted system tonight. We already got students for season 5 coming up. They're already rolling. So if you're serious, reach out to us, join the accepted system tonight, do what you have to do to make sure your life is in order and to make sure you can run the freaking 4-minute mile or 3-minute mile, whatever you want to say, whatever your thing is, make sure you're putting yourself in the right position to be like Andrew and Sylvia. So that's pretty much it. Like, take this thing seriously, guys. Let's go. Let's get into PT school. So that's pretty much it.
That's it. If y'all listen to this live or on replay, you're like, yo, okay. I hear y'all. And I might not be in the place right now where I feel like I'm mentally where I need to be and I don't feel like I have all the tools. I mean, really, reach out to us. But I also want y'all who are saying, yo, I'm hungry, I'm locked in, I'm focused. I want you to just comment. Just comment, I'm ready to run my pre-PT 4 minute mile. Just comment that. I am ready to run my pre-PT 4 minute mile. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, just make that public to not only, well, not only for yourself, but for all the other pre-PTs on here, other pre-PTs that are helping to support you and push you in and get you across the finish line and just making sure that you have everything you need to crush it. So as a pre-PT, y'all, listen, we're not going anywhere. Period. I mean, you can choose to leave the profession. It doesn't matter. Like we're not going anywhere. So if you are ready to voyage with us and get across the finish line and get yourself into PT school, let's freaking get it. If you want to cruise or coast, that's cool. But if y'all are hungry and say, yo, I want to run my 4 minute mile, I want mine. I know what I'm doing this for. I know what this means to my family. I know what this means to me personally. I know what this means to my bank account. I know what this means for
Exactly.
my career. I know what this means to me, period. I know like how frustrating it is to feel completely confused. I know how frustrating it is to feel like I'm just like it's a rat's race in this game of being a pre-PT. I get I'm ready, I'm hungry and I'm locked in. I'm ready to be focused. Y'all, like when people get in the zone, when ball players or professionals get in the zone, they're focused. Like you can't distract them with anything. You can't distract them with scandals. I'm talking about Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant. You can't distract them with I'm straight like you can't distract them with like signs. Fans can't distract you. The guys like pull up their like you can't distract people. They're focused. They're locked in. And if you're focused, if you're locked in, everything else needs to be silenced so that you can figure out, yo, this is what I need to do. And we're ready to help you do that. We're ready to push you across the finish line. Let's freaking get it. Comment, I am ready to run my pre-PT 4 minute mile. Let's get it, Justin. Let's get it, Sariani. Let's get it, Mang. Let's get it, Eric. Let's get it, Jimmy. Let's get it, Jennifer. Let's get it, Emily, Madison, Andrew, Nyasha, Sam. Y'all, everybody that joined us tonight, thank you guys so much. Let's freaking get it. Y'all are destined to become PTs only if you want to. So just remember, it's impossible to get into PT school. It's impossible until it isn't. Let's freaking get it.